That's a Chaneta. I'm the author of How to Have This and That. And I'm going to talk to you today about being the leader in your life. To be the leader in your life. Were you trained as a child to be a leader or a follower? Think about this. Many of us were trained to surrender our power and our leadership abilities at an early stage in our lives. Usually in subtle ways, we're taught to live by the rules imposed on us by parents, society, religion, educational training, media, etc. We were taught to be followers and not leaders. And these are some of the rules that I remember growing up with. Does it sound familiar to you? Be a nice girl, be a nice boy. Be quiet. Don't get too excited by anything. Be seen and not heard. Put the needs of others before your own. And that's very well and good, but love your neighbor as yourself, not better than. It's better to give than to receive. It's a give and take universe. Think about that. Keep your expectations low. Be modest. Keep the peace at any cost. Don't threaten others by being too bright and showing off your intelligence. Don't toot your own horn. Do what I tell you to do. That's a good one. Don't be too proud of yourself. Be happy with what you have. Interesting. Don't be a know-it-all. Don't be so full of yourself. Do you really think you're pretty? Do you really think you're handsome? I'm here to tell you not really. Do you think you're smart? I'm here to tell you not all that smart. And they start programming you and dumbing you down. So basically stay in the matrix and follow the program. Why are you trying to think otherwise? We were taught in school for the most part to repeat information and not to think for ourselves. No critical thinking skills. Choose A, B, and C. Choose 1, 2, and 3. We're taught to follow the crowd like sheep, and those of us who try to follow our own paths and be different were laughed at. And so we quickly got back in line. You know what I mean? We were taught to not ask too many questions. Just go along with the crowd. We were programmed by the media and TV, and still are, who told us who we are, what to like, what to buy, what to not buy, what romance is, how to think, what's beauty, what's being successful consists of, who to vote for, which political parties to join, etc., etc. In other words, follow the crowd, be a conformist rather than a leader. Does any of this sound familiar to you? Are some of us bringing up our children the same as our parents did for the most part? And it's natural because a lot of us are on what? Automatic. But I just want you to think about it a little bit, step out of the box and ask yourself, do I want to bring up my kids up exactly as I was brought up, or I want them to be leaders and to think for themselves? And these are some of the things that our parents and teachers kept telling us over and over again, the things I mentioned before. And by telling us over and over again, they're programming us to shrink instead of being our shiny, best selves. Obviously, these were not the things that we should have been brought up with or to believe about ourselves, because Psalm 82:6 says, "Ye are God's sons and daughters of the Most High." And most of us were not brought up to think or act like the sons and daughters of the Most High or know that ye are God's. We were brought up to be conformists, followers, and not leaders. But we can change it, and we can change it now. While I'm sure the intentions of our parents, teachers, pastors, priests, rabbis, etc. were good, but most of the rules that we're brought up with, most of the programs did not help us, and is not helping us live our authentic, awesome selves, because we're programmed to be followers and not leaders. And then we so become dependent upon other people's and need their permission and their opinions for them to lead us. And then more likely than not, we end up being followers, living a smaller version of ourselves instead of our greatest possibility, highest potential. Because we are daughters and sons of the Most High God. We are God's. Think about that. But our programs in the past have not allowed us to think or act or be that way. And as Thoreau said, so many people, men, are living lives of quiet desperation, and they die with the song still in them. Don't let us be one of those people. What would it take for you to fully embrace who you are meant to be? What would it take for you to step up and become the leader you were born to be? You have a unique contribution to make in the world, a leadership role that only you can fulfill. What if you make the choice today, starting right now, to be that leader and stop being that follower? Some of the action steps I suggest would be to visualize each day, use your imagination and live from the perspective that you're already a leader and you're not a victim of what's happening in your world right now. Because strong leaders, they start with the end in mind. They don't have a right path or a wrong path, they have their path. You have your path. So eliminate stress and drama by distancing yourself from negative people who do support you in your dreams, the naysayers. Begin with the end in mind. Strong leaders always begin with the end in mind, which means what are your intentions? What are your goals? What are you focusing on? What are your dreams? Keep that in mind and live from that and work towards that result. Because what you focus on expands. What you think about the most, you bring about in your life. So focus on what's going well and how to get more of that. I would suggest beginning a stepping into my greatness journal and answer this question for 30 days. If I stopped playing small, I would blah, blah, blah. List all the things you would do if you stopped playing small and you stepped into your greatness. Be courageous. Think for yourself. Think big. Stop apologizing for things you haven't done. I know so many people who do that. Be ambitious. Be seen and heard. Be enthusiastic. Live from expectations. Use all your wonderful gifts because we all do. Be proud of what you've accomplished because we all have accomplished something good. And keep your expectations high. What do you expect, you get. Pursue your, accomplish your goals and live your dreams. Be your awesome, authentic self and live from possibilities. Get rid of all those old chat voices that say you can't do it, you can't have it, you're no good, you're this thing, you're that thing, just follow me. No, you are a leader. Go within and let that inner voice lead you. It's okay to be great. It's okay to be proud of who you are, what you have accomplished. Go for it. You're perfect just as you are. So what are you waiting for? The right time? You do know you have to create a right time, right? The stars to line up. More money in the bank? Create the money. Think about it this way. If you died tomorrow, what would you leave unfinished in the world? What dream would be left unfulfilled? Whose life could you have impacted? Have you stepped into your greatness and lived your dreams, helping other people do likewise? Whatever makes you come alive, go be that person. Whatever makes you come alive, you were meant to come alive, go be that person. Live your dreams, live full out. It's important. It's not as important right now as where you're coming from or where you're going. So where are you going? Michelangelo said the greatest danger for most of us is not that we aim too high and we miss it. It's that we aim too low and we actually reach it. Dare to be different. Dare to live. So how do you see yourself? As a follower, a conformist, or as a leader? I see you as a leader. I know you are a leader. So now go out and be that person. This is Chaneta, author of How to Have This and That. My new book is Awake, Aware, and Conscious Secrets to Manifesting. And check out my other books on Amazon as well. Thank you for subscribing and sharing my videos with others. I appreciate that. Yes, you can have this and that. Isn't it wonderful? Yes, it is. Thank you for being a part of my world where everything and all things are possible. Thank you.